Top of the morning, everybody.
Aloha.
Welcome to the fill-up shop. Lighten up, boom, 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 boom. Lighten up, boom, 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 boom. Lighten up, boom, 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 boom. Lighten up if you choose to see your cup as half empty. Just add a little drop, and it will be half full again. Lighten up and check the latest tune from Soul Good Family. And fill up at the stop, and you will feel cool again. Yeah. Say what we need is some optimism. We don't really need no pessimism, no. So take a big shot of realism, but wash it down with some optimism. So lighten up, a doobie-doobie-doom. Lighten up, a doobie-doobie-doom. Lighten up, a doobie-doobie-doom. Lighten up, a doobie-doobie-doom. Lighten up if you choose to see your cup as half empty. Just add a little drop, and it will be half full again, yeah. Lighten up and check the latest tune from Soul Good Family. And fill up at the stop, and you will feel cool again, yeah. So get ready for the overflow. Share it with everybody you know, and take it everywhere that you go. Just let your light shine, let it glow. Lighten up. Have a beautiful morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Worldwide. Lighten up. Mahalo.
Hey, everybody give it up for the Browns again. The Soul Good family. Yeah. Lighten up. That's a motto for nowadays. Oh, my goodness. My name is Charles Woolfolk. I am a board of directors, I don't know. I'm a board member here, and I serve a bunch. And one of the ways that I serve is by giving the announcements. And here we go. We have movie night. The Celestine Prophecy is going to be showing next Friday, at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m., the movie, so we have movie night this Friday at 6 p.m. Okay, it's called The Celestine Prophecy. And the Celestine Prophecy can be summarized as after losing his high school teaching job, John Woodson reaches a crossroads in his life. Fate seems to steer him toward a trip to Peru, where he becomes involved in the search for the missing ninth scroll to a set of 8 ancient manuscripts that are removed to reveal the future of mankind. Ladies and gentlemen, that was in 2006, and guaranteed those scrolls said something about 2020, and John was probably like, yeah, right. But here we are. So Friday, 6 p.m., come through, watch the movie with us, and enjoy some popcorn and a nice discussion afterwards. Reservations, please. Reservations only, no walk-ins. No walk-ins. You come in here and walk in, I promise I'm going to throw you out. Like, nicely, very nicely. I'm gonna lighten. Thank you. I'm gonna lighten up a little bit here. Tuesday, August 4th, the women's group. The women's group is going to be happening an evening with Joe Dispenza and discussion. Wow, that sounds like a beautiful date. An evening with Joe Dispenza and discussion. He's going to rock your quantum field. All right. August 4th, 6 p.m. to 7:30, all right? August 4th, 6 p.m. to 7:30 women's group, no men allowed, all right? Today, except for Joe. Today, we have the hospitality is on Zoom. The link is on our website. That's after the service. And also, on a kind of on a serious note, we need help in the tech department. We have a wonderful crew of 2 in our tech department as of right now. We have the amazing Rob Jones and the wonderful John Nathan. Sorry about that. And and we need help. If any of you all have any type of experience in cameras or in sound, or if you guys are just interested, please call Rev Rita or Rev Patrick, and the number is 808-431-1700. 808-431-1700. Oh my gosh, you guys should do something like 808 CSL now 1 or something. You know, mix it up. Anyway, we'll work on that. All right, and donations. If you want to stay informed, please sign up for our e-blast and go to our website for current information, CSLKauai.org. Once again, CSLKauai.org. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, our wonderful spiritual directors, Rev Rita and Rev Patrick.
Thank you. And he is on the board of trustees. I'm glad you know our number.
We love him.
What's our number again? Whoa, Ray knows it. So how's everyone doing? Thank you for the lighten up. It's so good
was
to have you
perfect.
two here.
Yeah,
Let's give it
thank
up
you.
again for them, for Amy and Jeremy.
You know, Spirit always takes care of our music, no matter what. It always shows up in greatness. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Okay.
And thank you all for being here with all
Yeah.
the stuff that's going on, that crazy stuff. It wasn't enough, was it?
No.
We came back, we
just
said,
like
wasn't
it.
enough that we're all doing this and masking, yeah. And now it's like, prepare for the hurricane. It's like, all righty then. Welcome home, Revs.
So with that in mind, this is our moment to take a moment for our peace candle, which is a new one over there. And Reverend Walt, I keep wanting to call you Dr. Walt. See, I'm going to just do it now. He's getting his doctorate, so anyway. As we're lighting it, I would like us to kind of bring into our consciousness, not kind of, but bring into our consciousness a consciousness of peace about the weather. And our beautiful founder, Ernest Holmes, had a feeling about the weather, that the weather is just pure spirit, he says, and it's not and cannot be governed, but pure spirit is and cannot be governed by any weather condition whatsoever. All weather is a manifestation of spirit. That's what it is. A flowering of the divine in sunshine, in shade, in rain, and in clouds. Every belief that I may ever have had that says I am afraid of weather conditions is now vanished from my thoughts forever. It is no more and therefore can no longer operate. I know and feel my freedom. In this freedom, I rejoice. So let's just take that into our peace candle. We are one with it all. Right in the center of peace. And now Reverend Walt will take us further into our contemplation.
And now, as we continue in this peaceful moment, I share a thought with you from Justin Edward. You can overcome whatever is going around you if you believe in the light that lives within you. You can overcome whatever is going around you if you believe in the light that lives within you. I invite you now to take those thoughts into contemplation. You can overcome whatever is going around you if you believe in the light that lives within you. I invite you now to continue in that peaceful place as we do our Science of Mind treatment. In this moment and in this place, this wonderful place of CSL Kauai, I know that there is only one power, one presence, one mind in the universe. I choose to call that God or Spirit or Divine, but I know that it is the invisible life essence of all that is, the intelligent energy that runs through all. It is this life that I feel but do not see. I acknowledge the omnipresence of God as that living spirit which animates me. God and I are one. And what I know for myself, I know for each person gathered here today and within the sound of my voice. And so, as the events of the world, both politically and socially, swirl around me, and the winds of hurricanes or tropical storms may blow, I know that I am surrounded by a circle of love and protection. And therefore I let go of all fear, doubt, worry, uncertainty, dis-ease, and thoughts of lack. For I know that the Spirit of God is expressing itself within me as inspiration, understanding, and guidance. I know that God is making my way perfect, moving in me as the supreme good that blesses my own individual creative expression. I know that the life of spirit within me is expressing its vitality and healing power in my physical body. I know that the Spirit of God is blessing me with its prosperity, and I know that my support is coming through to meet my every need. And I also know that Spirit, in making my way perfect, is causing the right conditions for my highest human happiness in all of my relationships to manifest here and now. And for all this, my heart is filled with gratitude. I just know that all good is mine, and that this good comes from God. There is nothing that cannot come to me. And so for this, I express my gratitude as I release my word into the law, knowing that it cannot return to me void, as we say together, and so it is.
Thank you, mahalo.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. That was beautiful. Thanks. So, welcome again to CSL Kauai, where we practice the science of mind and spirit. It's both things, mind and spirit. Mind is that beautiful, amazing mind in action, that law of our being that brings back to us exactly what spirit dictates to us. And we're spirit. So we get to live our lives from that highest place and put that out into the world and see what returns to us. And I know that whatever returns to us, even when it feels like it might not be the best thing, is always good, because something always good comes out of it and brings us closer to that spirit within us. And perhaps we're needing that at that time. So I'm grateful to have this philosophy and this way of life that I get to use every day and watch my life turn around and around and around and around and around. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, some people would say that's a Pollyanna attitude. Wouldn't you say it? I said the other day, they said, do you always have to try to find the good in everything? I said, that's interesting. What would be the opposite? Because I think we've done the other pretty well. I think that we could spend a little more time on this one, right? So, it's that time of day that we remember who and what we are. And that is what? Do you remember what we... yeah. But I know there's some new people, not only in that camera up there. Are there any new people in this room that have never been here before? Well, you've never been here in the exact same way before, so we're all kind of new to this. But for those who are chiming in for the first time, we have something to say to you that we know about you. And what? Oh, what is it? Oh, You are magnificent. I was just a little startled because I saw the new person in there because they don't know that the camera goes both ways now. Good morning. I'm kidding. So let's all say who we are, and I'll tell you how we know that about you is that we know that about ourselves. And we have known that for 7 strong years and long before that. And we just say what? I am magnificent. Now look to your left, to your right. I don't care where you look. Let's bless whatever's happening with that siren out there, and let's tell each other we're magnificent. You're magnificent. You on the couches over there, talk amongst yourself. That's right.
Thank you.
You are magnificent. You are magnificent.
Woohoo!
All right, shall we have our magnificent opening song, you two?
Yep.
All right.
Bringing us a Jeremy and Amy original, right?
Yes, this one's called Lifting Consciousness.
Oh, lifting consciousness. Are you ready?
Let's do
That's
it.
what we do.
Love is the solution. Love is the solution, baby. Love is the solution. Love is the solution, baby. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Here we are, sharing our hearts and our minds, lifting consciousness all the time. Here we are, sharing our hearts and our mind. We're lifting consciousness all the time. We're lifting consciousness all the time. We're lifting consciousness on the road of creation. We're rocking good vibrations. Love is the solution to the earthly complications. Blessed with opportunity to strengthen the community. Open up and you will see we're consecrating unity. Here we are, sharing our hearts and our minds. Lifting consciousness all the time. Here we are, sharing our hearts and our minds. Lifting consciousness all the time.
So just
lifting consciousness all the time.
You nodded at me.
Lifting consciousness. Take it, Rita.
All right, thank you. I love being in the moment. It's a good place to be. So I just take myself into this moment and this moment only, knowing there are never any mistakes. None, because there is only one perfect thing happening, and that is that life, that love, that energy, that source that moves through me, that moves through each and every one of us, that moves through all of creation. We are that power, that light that's moving through Douglas right now and taking our love and churning it and just moving it out into the nothingness from which it came. It's all energy, and I know we are safe, we are guarded, we are guided, we are protected right now. And as we join together in this beautiful time together, I know that we lift consciousness even higher on our planet. We always do that here at CSL Kauai. It's guaranteed. So I am grateful for this time together. And I just release it, I let it go, I let it be with peace, as we say together.
And so it is.
Love is the solution. Love is the solution, baby. Love is the solution.
Come on.
Love is the solution, baby. Love is the solution. Love is the solution, baby. Love is the solution. You know we're lifting consciousness all the time.
Here we are.
We're lifting consciousness all the time. We're lifting consciousness all the time. Yes, we are. Lift it up.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
They're back. They're back. Good to see you
Let
too.
me get a drink of water.
Wow.
Yay.
For those of you who don't know this, while she's getting her water, these two beautiful people spent how long with us? A year. It was over a year. So almost two, right? Year and a half. Yeah, when we were at the hotel, and they've come back here and there, and boy, a family, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a family.
Yes, always.
He moves right with us, right, Johnny? Johnny
Yeah,
Cash.
that's
That's right. One of those inside jokes.
Yeah, that was a personal inside joke. Okay. I know. Patrick just let me know he was supposed to do the opening prayer, not me. And I'm like, no, that's not
But there's
what we
no
said.
accidents.
There's no accidents. Anyway, it's okay.
Guaranteed.
It's guaranteed. It's going to be one of those Sundays. That's all right. So our topic today is to shine or not to shine. That is the question. Yeah. So is anybody familiar with Hamlet? I'm sure some of us are, right? I went and listened to the soliloquy again. Boy, it's so dark and serious, right? But to be or not to be, that is the question. But there is a comparison, though, because to shine, when Hamlet's talking about to be, he's talking about all the misfortunes he's dealing with and everything. And sometimes when we shine, or when we make that choice to shine, we do meet up with stuff. And sometimes it feels like maybe it's not worth it to shine, because we might have to confront this and confront that and confront this. Maybe we're going to lose friends if we shine. Maybe we're going to have to leave a job that we didn't like that's securing us if we shine. I mean, there's all sorts of things. But if we don't shine, what happens? If we don't shine, it's very sad. I think that if we don't shine, I think that we regret it in the end of it all, if we don't allow, because when we shine, we are really actually expressing the power and presence of God. We are expressing it. It's like almost our responsibility to shine, because the more we shine, the more we glorify that presence and allow it out into our world, into our life, and the more we lift not just our consciousness, but the whole consciousness of the world. And so for myself, I always have to say, well, what's the risks of not shining? And I mean, there's been plenty of times in my life where I chose not to shine, but most of the time, the pressing of shining came through so strong that I had to let it out. I mean, I'm sure some of us here can identify with that feeling of like you can't hold it in anymore. There's something happening with me, and I have to let it out. And there was this story I heard about this beautiful woman, and she was a singer and an actress in a small theater company, and she wasn't shining there for some reason. She just wasn't shining. She was being given smaller roles, and there was something calling within her that wanted to be more than that. And her expression of shining was to sing and to act and all of that. So one day she just happened to be watching an episode of American Idol. And she went and she just watched it, and she went, I can do that. And she did. And she came to be Catherine McPhee. I don't know if you're familiar with who she is, but she went to the top of the charts as an actress and as a singer, and is now like married to one of the greatest musical talents in our world, David Foster. But that's a type of shining that we don't all identify with. I mean, we're not all singers and actors, and I think we can get caught sometimes thinking that we have to shine in that way, or we have to be an artist to shine, or we have to do some great work in the world to shine, when all that is great, and sometimes that comes of it, but what it really shining is for us to be our best and amazing self. And there's a quote from the Bible, of all places, right? We actually read the Bible, but we metaphysically interpret it. And there's a quote that says, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid." And then the other one, "No one lights a lamp and puts it in a place where it will be hidden or under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand so that those who come may see the light." So what could be the bowls that we're holding over our light that we want to let go of today? If there are any at all. I know most of the people in this room are shiners, you are all shiners. But there's always something. There's always some little thing. If there wasn't, I think that we'd be transcended because we would be done with this earth plane. So I do think that. But there's always something. So I think we just have to be conscious of what those bowls are that we might be holding over our light, whether they're appearing to feel foolish, scared. Fear is like probably the biggest one. Fear of whatever. Fear is probably the greatest enemy of shining our light. Anything. Fear that we're gonna lose something. Fear that we're going to not be successful. But what success? I mean, I did a show called Tomatoes on a Windowsill when I was not able to get any roles that I wanted. I wasn't getting substantial roles in Los Angeles, so I decided, why not do my one-woman show? So I did it, and I toured with it for 3 years. I wouldn't call myself a great, spectacular, amazing success, because I did that in the world of form. But what I do know is I touched so many lives that light that I shone doing that, I would have women come up to me and say, thank you for talking to me about your red dress, because my dad did that to me too, and now I'm feeling like I'm really okay. I mean, you get messages from all over when you shine your light. I did the show in a penitentiary for 300 women that were incarcerated, and I took him with me, and they were more impressed with him than they were with me. Because they said they could not believe that someone could have a husband, a man in their life that supported them so much. And so, see, I mean, that was a way. If I had not shined that light, those women, they all sent thank you letters. There were 300 thank you letters that came in, drawings on paper, and and lives change when you shine your light. Whatever that way you do that. When you smile at somebody, when you are kind. I hear music. Are you going to shine your light right now? Oh, okay. You can play something if you want. It's okay. I don't mind. It was so beautiful. It sounded like, I thought it would sound like angels were talking to me. It was. It's okay. I'm hypersensitive. What can I say? Anyway, so where was I? I was about shining my light with beautiful angels in the background that are just reiterating what I'm saying, that that as we shine our light, we inspire others and we allow others to shine their light. I'm just like, it's okay. I love it. They're all messages from the universe. It's beautiful. So I had a few things that in order to shine your light, to share your truth, no matter what it is, but not just in words like, oh, I believe this or I believe that, but by acting it and letting it out. And to take your light, it's so important right now to take our light into the dark places and to touch people. There's so much, we were talking about it before this service started, that, where's Ruth Juby? She's supposed to be sitting right there. Oh, I just saw her name. She's a light blesser, isn't she? Yeah, so there's so many opportunities right now in the world of people who are definitely suffering and need light shine on them. And I mean, we can be those bearers of light, and I know that we are. And not to be afraid to take our light into those dark places, because our light's brighter than any of those dark places. There's so much that is within us that is so powerful and so amazing, and we get to use it. And we don't always we can't use it up, but we can use more of it. I know that. We can use more. And I'm so grateful for the people in the center and the people that come here, because I know that I'm preaching to the choir here, but you can still take it out and shine it on other people and allow them to shine it back on you. And yeah, living in a state of surrender to our greatness. I know Patrick talks about the greatness a lot, And it is. That's why we say we're magnificent every Sunday, and we never get tired of saying it. It's our whole mission to remind ourselves and to remind each other how magnificent we are, no matter what's going on in our life, no matter if we're suffering from something, no matter what, that magnificence that we are, that power, that light. There's so much of it. There's so many things, I believe, that are the veil, like I said, is coming to, it's splitting, and we're seeing that we're all connected and that we're connected to the other plane. I just reread the story by Ernest Holmes. It's not even by him, somebody recorded it, when at the very end of his life, if you don't know who Ernest Holmes is, that guy back on the wall that we don't worship, but he did put a lot of good things together for us to practice, called The Science of Mind and Spirit. But anyway, at the end of his life, he gave a talk in Whittier, and during this talk, and they documented it, that he started to talk and he couldn't express everything he wanted to express. He kept saying, I see it, I see it. And later in the private chambers with one of his friends, he told him the whole story. And what happened to him is he went out of his body, he went up above the crowd, and all he saw was light. That's all he saw was light. And he said, and then when he stumbled, it was him coming back into his body, because they said he went like that, and shortly after that he passed away. But yeah, I read that story this morning, and I was like, all he saw was light, that we were just light. And it's time for us to basically take our bushels off our light, take our bowls off our light, let them shine even greater and greater and greater. Don't be afraid to walk in the darkness, because the light is greater than the darkness. In fact, when you're in the darkness with the light, you don't even see the darkness, right? I know, that's why I said at the beginning, it doesn't look so dark, because you see it for what it is, and you're safe, and you're okay, and you know that you have something to give there. So there is nothing to really be afraid of. That's this whole experience we're having right now is it's just fear. It's people being afraid mostly of dying, and as we know, and we do know this, that life is eternal. And God, I don't want to spend my life being afraid to die. I want to live to my fullest. I want to die before to that fear and just live my life out loud, really fully, and not have any regrets. I always like that song. What's it called? The one by Frank Sinatra. I did it my way. I think that's a great song for any funeral. Are you going to sing? Okay. You probably could do it really well too. Yeah. So, and if you don't know what it is that you want to do or how to shine your light even greater, I've been doing a lot of treatments lately about our center and what our next step is, and the answer I keep getting is stay in the present moment. Just walk and stay in the present moment. But spiritual mind treatment, it moves energy, and it moves it in the direction that you want to move it, if you are direct with it. And sometimes that direction can just be clarity. I have clarity. And we always affirm. We don't ask for it. We just know that it already is, because as the light is already there, and we're just uncovering it and peeling it away, peeling all the obstacles away, so it is with anything. It's just peeling it away to show what's already there, like somebody said about the statue of David, right? Michelangelo, that he already had the statue in there. So the light is already there. So use spiritual mind treatment. And if you don't know how to use it, ask me or ask Patrick or ask one of our practitioners. And it's an amazing tool, and we're going to be learning more about it next year, September, when the school season starts. We are. So I guess if I have to leave you with anything, shine your light and shine it bright. Don't just sing the song, really live it. The world needs us totally to be our true selves and to give our everything, whatever that is. It's beautiful, no matter what it is. It's beautiful, and it doesn't have to be some big thing. It is big because it's coming from us, and it's coming from our God self. So shine your light bright. Shine your light. Yay.
We chose a song called Ku'uhome o Kahalu'u today. as we send our love to all the Hawaiian Islands and each and every one of all the creatures and human beings, and may we all be full of safety and protection and love for one another. And so we send this song out to everyone worldwide.
I remember days when we were younger. We used to catch opu in the mountain stream. Round the Kauai hills we'd ride on horseback. So long ago it seems it was a dream. Last night I dreamt I was returning, and my heart called out to you.
But I fear you won't be as I left you.
Meke aloha kuhome o kahalu. I remember days when we were wiser, when our world was small enough for dreams. And you have lingered there, my sister, and I no longer can, it seems.
Last night I dreamt I was returning,
and my heart called out to you.
but I fear I am not as I left you. Meke aloha kuhome o kahalu.
Change is the strangest thing, it cannot be denied. Well, it can help you find yourself or make you lose your pride. So move with it slowly, on the road we go. Please do not hold on to me, we all must go alone. I remember days when we were smiling, when we laughed and sang the whole night long. And I will greet you as I found you, with the sharing of a brand new song. Last night I dreamt I was returning, and my heart called out to you to please accept me as I found you. Meke aloha kuhome o kahalu.
ke aloha kuhome o kahalu'u. And for all of you from far away, the words Me ke aloha ku'uhome o kahalu'u is Hawaiian for my dear beloved, deeply loved home. So wherever you are, wherever your home is, we wish you aloha, peace, lots of love. Me ke aloha ku'uhome o kahalu'u. Song written by Olo Mana. Mahalo.
How beautiful is that? Wow, it's like there's little blessings bit coming down out there, and it's just that feeling. I thought all we're missing is the fireplace, right? Well, okay, not fireplace. We'll build a fire. I know where we're at. I'm sorry, I split out to the mainland for a moment. But no, we're right here and now. Well, we went away this week. We went to the Waimea cottages, and we got away and just, which is really funny because it was a makeup for the 3-week Peru vacation that didn't happen, and the 2 Los Angeles, and wah. But I've already cried about that so many times on Sunday that I went. But it was just a really nice opportunity. We are like super impromptu today, aren't we? Anyway, wow. How did this happen? But it's great. So I just want to give a little metaphor of what happened when we first got to the cottages. It was actually the second day. But we went out and we were going to go to the Waimea Canyon. The only time we left the cottages in, you ready? 6 days. 6 days. Who goes there for 6 days? We did. But we went out, and we went there to charge ourselves because we deserved it for one, but just to get that replenishing, that charge again. And we went out there, and we were ready to go, and battery dead. And of course, I can't just have a battery dead. I have to turn it into an entire metaphor. The battery's dead. Talk Sunday. How can it be? And but I did get that there a little, and I said, how could that happen? There was a little light left on in the trunk, that the trunk was only open up a little bit, and within 24 hours, completely dead. And I just went, wow, I'm here to charge up. That's what we're here to do. We're here to charge. Sometimes, doesn't it feel like our batteries, no matter what, are going like, how did they go dead so quick? The light was shining, and yet that little light actually pulled the battery all the way to dead. So anyway, Rita said we're going to call somebody, but then there was a person next door, magically, by the way. All of a sudden I go, no, we don't want, because this is me. She goes, well, let's just ask one of the people. No, they're on vacation. Rule boy here. I've just, don't bother them. And then he came out, and I went, and I said, oh my God, somebody came out. Rita, go ask them if they could. That's the kind of man I am in this, yeah. But you know what's so great about it? Is that these are the kind of things that men just, if we're going to get in that, they wouldn't tell that publicly. They wouldn't. But not Patrick. Oh, no, I'm transparent all the way. So anyway, she went and got him to help, and he charged us back up again, and it was a wonderful experience. And I know some of you watching may not always like this, but he did something really weird. I said, have a nice time, and then he goes, nice to meet you. The handshake. Oh, what is that? And I shook his hand. And I just went, wow, how interesting that is that there was a moment that something that was so natural turned into, So, and I told him, I said, there's rumors that we'll never go back to handshaking, but not in my world. So to shine or not to shine? That is the question. What's your answer? Shine. Yeah. What I realized this week is I don't have the luxury anymore not to. There's just too much going on, people, that I don't get the opportunity anymore. And that's kind of a hard one because I like that opportunity to say I don't know or to procrastinate with it. But I had revelations, I'm telling you, that just were, just took my breath away. Because I did something really interesting. I really listened these last 6 days. I listened to me. I listened to what was trying to be avoided, and I listened to what really was wanting to be said. And I remember this week, the last couple weeks, we've been talking about our greatness. And to me, that is so important that we not only say it, but we actually experience what it's like to have our greatness. I remember I've used this quote, and she came up again. A friend of mine had a wonderful grandmother or aunt, but her name was Miss Minerva. Miss Minerva, and every day when he would wake up, she would say, "Good morning. It's time to meet your greatness." Can you imagine? Every day somebody's saying to you, "Good morning." Now, I just want you to know, when you woke up this morning, let's take a little trip back, don't worry. Nobody was there unless you're married, then you might have been there. But let's just take a moment. When I woke up this morning, and did you go, "Wow, good morning, Patrick. It's time to meet your greatness." Did anybody do that this morning? Yeah. That's why we're here. That's why we're here, people. It's like, shine the light, shine the light. Did you tell yourself how bright you were this morning? Well, not yet. I'm going to right after this thing. Desiree did. Is that what you said? Oh. So anyway, I've been listening a little bit to this man, Mr. Beckwith, Dr. Beckwith from Agape. He's beautiful, and I go through spurts with Michael. Let's just call him Michael, shall we? And so his energy is very high, so is mine. But he was talking about something that I was telling Rita really hit me, and it was that idea of full access to the power of the light. He said full access to the power. And I really want to explore that today because I think it goes beyond words, like what Rita was talking about. Are we just saying it? Are we just going, it feels so good? I'm love, I'm light, I'm this, I'm that. And then, then the conditions come up and then we go, except for this and for that and for this and for that. And I really feel driven these days. There's been a change in me the last 3 weeks, I would say. I've been driven to not push anybody, not push anything, but to be even not more, not to do more, not to get more things, not to do this, but to finally be who and what we are. I love this quote that people say so much. I'm only human. It's just like fingernails on a chalkboard for me. Just so FYI. So if you've said it to me, just remember. No. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm only human. And I'm going to take a deep breath because I love you. That's lazy thinking. There we go. That's exactly what it feels like. I'm only human. So see, that's how well we work together. I'm only human. I'm only human. And I know lazy is not a great word, but it's lazy thinking because what that's telling me is that I have the opportunity to blame it on being human. And that's not the deal, folks, because you are not human. You are so much more than that. And what unplugs us from this full access? Now, this is what he was talking about. Full access. We say it, I believe it, spent 8 years in ministerial school and everything for this. The full access to the universe. Full. Not some, not could be. So then you ask yourself, well, at least I do, well, then why am I not using my full access to the universe? Right? This isn't about guilt. I'll tell you why. Because we're blocking full access by identifying only with our conditions. And I had a really interesting experience. I was sitting in my office, our office, and I started vibrating, and you hear it all the time, at the frequency of the divine. That's not just a pretty little thing to say. I was actually vibrating at the frequency of the divine. And that's full access. What would I do if I had that full access, walked with it, talked with it, thought with it, and then just did my whole life by it? Now, I get it. That's a big, big thing to really grasp. So we are wherever we are. But this is the time, if we ever were going to do it, to gain full access of who we are. We still get to have human dinners and delicious things, and we still get to do all the human stuff, but knowing that we're not that. We are so much bigger than that. So what's the full access? So I was vibrating at the frequency. I bet I was glowing. And but then I always am, aren't I? Yeah. So I was vibrating at this frequency. I totally got what he said, what Michael said. And I went, oh my God. And it said, well, we don't because of the conditions, and we also do it. We bring our frequency, and I want us to hear that, we bring our frequency down to the condition. Down. Have you ever done it? I know I have. There's nothing worse than somebody coming in, and then people will say, well, we have to honor our feelings. Yes, of course we do. But we got a feeling of the frequency of the divine. So I had this frequency going. I went, I totally, you get those moments where you go, I freaking got it. I get it. I've only been talking about it for 100 years, but now I get it. So Rita came in and she said, did you want to hear the latest report of the hurricane? Right? Just because it was, of course we're taking it. Do you want to hear it? And then she said, did you know the mayor just actually said that he's limiting it now to 10 people per the... Exactly. So you're saying to yourself, so what is this frequency? This frequency is everything we have been talking about for all of these years. We've been talking about it. Have you ever felt the frequency of the divine? Raise your hand. I know you have. How could you not? It's who you are. So all of a sudden I got it, and I told Rita, I said, Rita, we bring ourselves, our frequency down to the condition, and therefore no healing can take place. How could it take place? It can't take place. And I thought that with my physicality, and I thought that with all the other areas of our life. And I thought, it's like keeping the light so bright and so vibrating that when the hurricane information comes, you're going like this. Okay, we got it. Did you get the water? Did you get the water? Did you get this? Did you get that? Not like, oh, what are we gonna, oh my God. And then creating it, because it's all made up. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. Is this like a downer, or is this it's an upper? Okay, good. Because, wow, look at everybody just, I'm feeling that vibration. But here's the deal with it for me. I practiced it, and I felt myself just kind of like going up and down and up and down and up and down. I thought, how can I keep this? How do I keep this? How do I, in the world of conditions, with everything going on right now? And then people, I've talked to a lot of people, they said, well, okay, Patrick, here's another one. Well, how about all the people that are not experiencing the frequency of the divine? Well, that's why you're here. To bring it up, exactly. To bring it up. Not to force them to say, oh, you need to really feel much better because, no. It just means you don't come down to that level. When someone's not feeling well, when there's you go in there and you say, how are you feeling? Talk to me. And you continue vibrating at the highest possible. I'm vibrating literally right now by saying that. So that doesn't mean you give away all your compassion. That's another thing I don't want to hear anymore either from anyone, including myself, that what about this? And what about the people here? What about, this world needs us. This world needs us like it's never needed us before. Reverend Walt is a perfect example. He works in hospice and he works with people and they're not zippity-doo-dahing and going and singing always the positive song, right? But what's our job? Our job is to vibrate at the highest so that they can have that energy, that beautiful energy. Yeah. So more revelations, isn't that exciting? That's what I came back with this time. Full access, full access. I like this. Let your light shine so brightly that others can see their way out of the dark. And that's by unknown. But how can it be unknown if I just let it be known? That's what we're here for. Are we always in that position? You can actually answer that. No, not always. But what I'm thinking now, and I'm really trying hard to really come to terms with, is how to live in this world but not of it. And to stop, for me, thinking that judgment or that thing that happens when you want to be so right, you want to be so right that you have to be wrong. What if we were just all right? What if this time that we're having is something to celebrate? I don't always feel that. I don't know about any of you, but I don't feel that. But I do know that the full access to the power is right here. Dwight Moody says we are told to let our light shine. And if it does, we don't need to tell anybody it does. And here, we don't need to tell anybody. By the way, don't worry. Captain Patrick's here, and my light's full beacon. I'm beacon light. A lighthouse doesn't sit there and set off cannons and everything going, lighthouse, lighthouse, lighthouse. Lighthouse just shines its light in the darkness, so if you're lost on the seas, that you see a light. See my biggest fans back there, just for your information. We don't need to announce it, right? Yeah. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm just marinating. I'm marinating right here and right now. And I'm looking at you, Gabriella, because this is what we're all doing for each other. We're all lifelines for one another. Beautiful came up and said, I love you. My car went out. I would have hitchhiked to get here. Thank you. But not because my ego needs that. That's because CSL Kauai is a charging center. It's battery. All this time that we talked to all you beautiful people online, and then I heard people say, you're our lifeline. You were our lifeline. Do you know what that means when you don't know if what we're doing, when we're reevaluating, what are we doing? What can we do? How can we assist? How can we help? And then we realize that we were shining our light and didn't even know it. People were up there going, I remember Maureen. Look at me, just calling everybody out. I remember Maureen said, I know you didn't see us, but we saw you. So now you're ready for the tag. You know what a tag is? That's the thing you look forward to every Sunday when I'm up talking. And you, but first of all, it's closed across the street, so you can't go to brunch, so you got plenty of time. See, everything works out, baby. Everything works out. You want to know what I love besides all of you? I love my willingness. My willingness to know more, to be more, we have such beautiful work to do. We have such beautiful work, and I just know that each and every one of us are vibrating at that frequency of the divine. And it's not a divine out there. Wait till we find out that everything we went to go looking for was right here. It's here right now. Do me a favor. Just give yourself a hug right now. We are so lacking. We are so lacking in the world of touch. Right here and right now. And the more we vibrate, everyone, I'm going to say it one more time. You can match your masks all to your little outfits, but this is temporary. This is temporary. Did I say that right in the middle of it was kind of a cuddle moment, and so everybody's going like this, not me, I didn't do it. It's okay, everyone. We're going to be okay. Say that I'm all right.
I'm all right.
I'm more than all right.
More than all right.
I have full access.
I have full access.
I have full access
I have full access
to the divine
to the divine
that lives within me.
that lives within me.
And so it is. Thank you. Yes?
You just got me all screwed up, and I just forgot my mic.
Wow.
All right.
I stirred up Rita.
You're dead. All right. Why am I speaking with a Texas accent? I don't know.
Because Johnny over there.
Oh, my God. Okay, so we're...
And the reason he said that is because there was a time, just do a little bit. So what I want to let you all know, that right here, right now, let's talk about, that's it, let's talk about money. Pure cash.
Texas gold.
Let's Texas gold. Let's not go around it. That's right. Let's not like skirt around the issue. Speaking of lights, they're on. You want to know why they're on? Because of cash. And not Johnny, not just Johnny, we're talking cash. So whatever it was, you're sitting there going, how is CSL Kauai surviving? Well, we're not surviving. We're thriving. Why? Because of cash. That's right. It comes in many forms. Check, credit card, push the donate, push the donate, push the donate. Can you believe that I am sitting there doing this in a time of sacredness? And so it is.
So it is. I think that I don't have to say anything
I don't
else.
know. I don't know what happened while we were gone, but somebody took over Patrick.
That was great. It's going to go down in history as the great collection talk. Ministers will be stealing it from all over.
It's all right.
Go ahead, sing.
Yeah, we don't pass it anymore. They don't allow the passing, so we just weave. Oh, we weave. You ready? Let's have a little bit of abundance song.
Abundance, living life in the abundance. So much good love in abundance. Sweet sensations of a new day rise in abundance. I feel myself in this abundance, giving thanks for this abundance. Calling in the blessings of a new day rising. in abundance. Living life in the abundance. So much good love in abundance. Sweet sensations of a new day rise in abundance. I feel myself in this abundance. Giving thanks for this abundance. Calling in the blessings of a new day rising.
Go for it, Dr. Walt.
The joy of giving. We know it here. I know in my heart that it feels good to give. And so as we participate in the circulation of supply, giving, receiving, and then giving again, we give thanks for each gift that was given with love, as we know that the work that is done on this island through CSL Kauai and all this cash is a good thing. For this we give thanks, and so it is.
That's awesome. If you
I just wonder if I'll have a vulnerability hangover
if you
tomorrow.
want a good little, cute little, sweet little book on abundance, that one that we had back, we
Oh, yeah,
didn't
it's
have the
sweet.
class. We will eventually, but it's called "Money Is God in Action,"
Yeah,
and he
it's
lays
very
it
sweet.
out.
Very sweet.
Yeah, it's good, and it's only $5. All right, so cash. Just see Miss Roseanne wherever she is. All right, so. Oh, where are we? We're at the end. So let's. Thank
Hasn't
God.
this been one of those kind of days where you're going, I wonder what's next?
We needed
Yeah.
some lightness. Thank you,
Yes,
Patrick.
it was. Thank
All
you,
right.
you two,
Thank you
especially for bringing
that
such lightness to
us.
this.
So let's just say aloha to our children and let them know who they are or that are out
Yes.
there. You ready? You,
You
are
are
amazing.
amazing.
You,
You
are
are
perfect.
perfect.
You are magnificent. And we
love
love you. And so it is. Yay. And if anybody is in requires a spiritual mind treatment or a counseling session, all our practitioners are available. Rob Jones, Roseanne Jones, myself, Patrick, Reverend Diane, Dr. Peggy. We all do spiritual counseling. So come and see us if you need something.
Yeah, you know, we don't talk a lot about it. We're not going to go on and on about it, but I just wanted to tell you about spiritual mind treatment. And some of you have been, in a session. It's great to do, a treatment because it's all one thing, but I really want to tell you how valuable a session is with a practitioner, where all that hour can be devoted to you and that whole idea of reminding you about principle when we have went off. And there's nothing wrong with a little quickie up here at the end of the service when we used to do that, and
we will
we
bring
will
that
be
back.
incorporating it. It's powerful, don't get me wrong. But there is something that I don't think that we talk about enough, about how powerful it is to sit in a session and really dive in. So I just wanted to throw that in there. We're all available.
Yes.
We're all practitioners.
And there's also a treatment line in case you would just like to have a prayer, a spiritual mind treatment, 755-9177. It's right on the screen for all of you out there. All right, are we ready?
I think we are. Are you all ready?
This has been great. Everybody,
Did you have a good time today?
Yeah, and you know what?
Yeah.
Just thank
That's
you
right.
for being here, all right? It's so wonderful it is to see your faces and one of our favorite songs.
And we can stand up if you'd like to stand up and stretch out and sing
Let's
along.
do it.
Every line repeats in the song, so if you didn't catch it the first time, sing along. Away, away, so much loving in the world. Away, away, so much loving in the world. We're living together as one, under the golden sun. Living together as one, under the golden sun. Blow Makani, cleanse my soul. Blow Makani, cleanse my soul. Away, away, so much loving in the world. Away, away, so much loving in the world, living together as one, under the golden sun, living together as one, under the golden sun.
Blow for the younger generation, cleanse my soul. Blow your healing vibrations, cleanse my soul. Blow for the unification, cleanse my soul.
Ooh, that's it. Don't be afraid to sing it on. So what I know right here in this moment is that I am marinating in gratitude. That's right, move your bodies. We've been sitting too long now. So I am so grateful for the sound, for the actual taking this and putting it out into the world through the camera. So thank you, Rob and Jonathan, and our wonderful Ron Stover back there that just takes care of everything. He circles it, that's right. We are so grateful. We are so grateful. And I'm so grateful for all of the Malama team. Raise your hand. Who are you? There you are. Coming there, being that first masked, beautiful person to meet them at that door. And so what I know is I bless everyone that's online. I bless everyone that's online and on the mainland and in other countries and everything. Yes. And we have where Carol Merrill is now standing. We have the beautiful and wonderful Reverend Walt, Dr. Walt, for his wonderful, wonderful treatment. And so, wow, how about you? How about Rev Rita? Let's give it up for Rev Rita. And these two, beautiful, who I know in any moment I can just say cash, and he allows it to happen. So what I know is that I am so grateful for everything that went together today in order to make this time together filled with joy, filled with love, filled with everything. And it just wouldn't be gratitude without thanking that incredible, wonderful, dynamic Reverend Patrick. There we go. Living his greatness. Can you say I'm great? You are, and so it is.
Away, away, so much loving in the world. Away, away, so much loving in the world.
We're
Living together as one, under the golden sun. Living together as one, under the golden sun. Blow my honey, cleanse my soul.